Going live. All right, we are live. Hello, everyone. I'm Lacey Henderson. I am the director of the Jonsson School of Career Services and Professional Development. And I'm so excited today to welcome you guys to Creative Tech Leaders. We have Tiona Nicholas here with us today. Hi, Tiona.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yes, we're so excited to hear from you. Let's get started by just learning more about you. Tell us a little bit about your professional background.
Yeah, so as Lacey said, I'm Tiona Nicholas. I'm currently the HR manager at Clapper. Clapper is a tech and social media company based here in the DFW area. I've been in the HR space for about 10 years now. Funny enough, I actually went to school for something totally different than HR. I did graduate from UTD with a degree in criminology, and
Awesome.
then I got and then I got my master's in criminal justice. I did think I was going to be a criminologist, but I found my way into the tech startup world, and honestly, I never looked back. I get asked quite a bit if I regret getting degrees in something that I don't necessarily work in.
Yeah.
But criminology and HR actually aren't that different. Criminology is the study of people in the criminal justice system, obviously.
Right.
And HR is the study of people in the workplace. So really, I'm just, working within humans. So I always tell people I'm rooted in human beings. So understanding them, supporting them, helping them thrive. So I don't feel like my degrees were wasted in any way, and I have no regrets. I absolutely
Good
love
for
what I
you.
do.
Yeah, and I can see the skill sets are very similar. So I don't see a problem with that.
Absolutely, absolutely. As I said, I absolutely love what I do. I've been doing it for 10 years, so
Awesome.
I hope I love what I do.
Okay. Anything else you want to touch on your background?
No. I've been doing it for 10 years. I've stuck with the tech startup space. I think if you were to throw me into, the Google or the Meta,
corporate world.
The corporate world, I don't know how well I would do. I'm not really the cog in the wheel type of gal. I like the innovative, creative, wearing all the hats type of environment.
I love that. You get to see probably a lot that you wouldn't get to see otherwise, right?
Yes, a lot of the decision making. I know all the names. I know all the people, but it's very chaotic, right? Startups can be. I always say startups, you either love them or hate them. They're not for everyone, but I absolutely love them.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for sharing. Okay, so since your experience is with tech startups, what does the hiring process look like?
Yeah, it's kind of a loaded question, but for me, a seamless hiring process is so important because it's your first impression, right? It's the first impression of the company. It really sets the tone. So I always start by teaming up with leadership to make sure that we are aligned on the wants and the needs. So we team up on things like the job title, the description, the responsibilities, the expectations. From there, we map out the interview process, who's involved, how many steps the interview process is going to take, whether there's going to be a project or a panel, what kind of questions do we want to ask? I like having all of that clearly defined up front. And it's also really important because each role is very different. Are we hiring for a senior people leader role, or are we hiring for an individual contributor? For anyone who doesn't know what that is, that's a non-people leader role that's more entry level.
Right.
So, you know, being prepared for things like that is really important. And then once you hire someone, I make sure that they're set up for success from the moment that they sign the offer all the way through receiving their equipment, going through new hire orientation, ensuring that they know the company mission, vision, company values, company policies. Do they have a one-on-one set up with their manager, and just beyond? I think it's creating a smooth and thoughtful experience at every step.
Right.
And I also want to be very clear for anyone who is listening or watching this after the fact, especially for all of my HR folks, especially anyone who is maybe a little bit more entry level and they're like, holy moly, that is so thought out. When I first started, like first day, first tech startup, it looked nothing like this, right?
Right.
I've picked up so many different tips and tricks and resources throughout my career, and you will too.
Yeah.
So I think it's all about, you know, learning from other HR professionals,
Yeah.
webinars, conferences, different organizations that you're at, and picking that up and applying it.
Yeah.
At either the organization that you're at or throughout the different organizations. It's just all about like refining as you go. And so, you know, I'm sitting here saying like, this is what I do,
This is
but
what
like,
you do. Mm-hmm.
but like, it's
not always ironed out
yeah,
the way that you want it, especially when you're first entering the market. And
yeah.
really, I think, you know, in any organization, it's going to look different everywhere you go, right? I mean,
Exactly.
it's just part of it. Okay, so let's tell the audience a little bit about what the Clapper app is.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I would love to. So Clapper is a social media platform for individuals that are 18 and older, focused on promoting the real lives of creators. So it's social media for everyone, not just big influencers. You can post content that maybe you think is too messy for TikTok or Instagram, or maybe like too average for the other apps. You don't have to follow trends. You can post the content that you're really passionate about. Every creator has full access to our tools from day one, and we have an equal opportunity algorithm that puts our creators first. So, you know, no money, no editing experience, no fancy equipment. You don't need them. Clapper makes content creation incredibly accessible. So for anyone who's watching, if you didn't know what Clapper was, or if you don't have the Clapper app, please go download it. That's my plug for the day.
Yes. Learn more. And
Yes.
I mean, I think that there might be in our conversation a little bit of hiring. Like I
Yes,
can't remember
yes,
if you mentioned that you were hiring in the company, but if you want to plug any of those positions too, that'd be great.
We are hiring for 2 positions.
Right.
We're hiring for a creator partnership manager. That is a people leader role. It is full-time. And we are actually hiring for a Haitian Creole community associate. That one is an individual contributor, so a not people leader role. That one is part-time. Our creator partnership manager does need to be in the DFW area, and our Haitian Creole can be remote, but you need to speak Haitian Creole.
Right.
It's very niche. That one's
Yes.
a very niche role, which is why it's remote. It's very hard to say.
Yeah, we'll come to you. No.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, great. So you talked about kind of the steps of the hiring process, just because we're really focused on trying to help our students that are either about to graduate or entering the job market, like, you know, prepare themselves for the interview process. Any hiring tips and successes that you might want to help that audience with in your area? You know, what do you look for in a candidate?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little biased because I'm HR, but you know, the first thing that I go for is authenticity. I will tell you right now who you're speaking to. This is the same person that you are actually going to get in an interview. And I think that that is the truth. Anyone who has interviewed with me, like, this is the same energy that I give, because I try and make the people who interview with me as comfortable as possible so that I can get their full selves.
Right.
But I can usually tell pretty quickly when someone's trying to say what they think I want to hear versus just being themselves. And I think sometimes that might be nerves too. But I love when candidates just show up as them, like the real person behind the resume. Because at the end of the day, I'm not just hiring for skills. Of course, we're always hiring for the skills behind the role. But I'm hiring for people who are going to add to the culture, that are going to bring new perspectives and collaborate well with my team. And then beyond authenticity, I really value curiosity. I value adaptability. Again, I work in the tech startup space, so things change fast, things move very, very fast. So I need you to be curious. I need you to be able to move fast.
Yeah.
I need you to be open to learning. I need you to be open to growing and figuring things out along the way.
Yeah. And transitioning to one area or the other. Oh, we have to drop that idea. We're going here instead, and being okay with that.
Exactly. And then I think too, communication, always. You have to know how to communicate, especially if this is a people leader role. You have to know how to communicate. I'm sure you've seen it. We've all seen it time and time again. The individuals who just don't know how to communicate, and it really, it's a struggle. It really brings the team down.
It can be a toxic environment if the communication is either not there or it's poor.
Yep. Yeah. So communication is huge. You know, you have to be able to, to communicate with the team, and especially if you have direct reports, being able to grow and develop them. So yes, those technical skills matter, but authenticity, curiosity, adaptability, communication, and of course, always willingness to learn. Those are what are really, really important to me.
Yeah, and that is not always taught, right? I mean, it's hard to teach that.
I know.
But, okay, great. So I'm curious, where do you post your jobs? Where could people find this?
Yeah, at Clapper, we post our jobs on LinkedIn always. And we do actually utilize Handshake as well. Not always, but for our entry-level roles, we do utilize Handshake.
Great.
Yeah, but always LinkedIn.
Okay, and then I'm just curious to know, like, what is your favorite interview question, and why is it your favorite interview question, and any interview tips for our audience?
Yeah. So I don't ask this to throw people off, I swear.
It's not the goal, right? But it does throw people off.
I swear. That's not the why. So it's, what's something you're proud of that's not on your resume? And it's, yes, one, it's to make them stop and think for a second, but it crosses that line between professional and personal, right? Maybe it sparks something that they did do professionally that is not on their resume. Maybe they work in marketing, but they stepped outside of marketing and took the time to start a book club. I want to hear about it. That's awesome. And maybe it's successful and it's still running.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Or maybe they think, I wanted to get into running. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I recently, my goal was to run a marathon. I don't know. And so I've started preparing for a marathon, and I'm running a marathon in 2 weeks, and I want to finish the whole thing. and I'm really proud of that. Or maybe I just finished a marathon and I'm really proud of that.
Yeah.
Right? That's not on my resume. That's awesome. I just learned something really cool about you.
Yeah.
Right? So it's not necessary to throw them off, but it also does make them think on their feet.
Yeah.
Right? So
where do you go when you haven't maybe prepared for this response? Where do you go, outside of the box thinking? And then I get to know something a little bit more personal, professional about you.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah. So that is one of my favorite interview questions.
Yeah. I love it.
Yes. And then just some interview tips. Number one is always, always, always have examples to your question or to your answers.
Good point.
Always. As someone who is interviewing, I always want an example to your answer.
Mm-hmm. Give me a situation, right?
Give me a situation. Give me data behind it. I've had so many interviews. I'm a great leader.
Right.
Oh, okay, cool. Thumbs up. Like, that gives me nothing.
I'm a great team member. I'm a great communicator. It's like, okay, yeah, we all are, aren't we?
Yeah. I could say that too. How do I know that's true? Great. Give me examples.
Yeah.
I want to hear examples. Also, in the beginning, when I say, tell me about yourself, right? Please don't talk for 25 minutes. Prep yourself. Take 30 minutes before the interview to prep yourself.
Yeah, it's like it's something that we tell students too. That's kind of a side note. Is we tell them it's the book cover, so you're not reading the whole book. You're just giving these high level tidbits, and you're absolutely right about that. Thank you for confirming it, because I haven't actually heard anyone tell us that, but we've noticed this, like, tell me about yourself, and it's like from childhood on, it's like, no, let's not do that. Give me like 3 high level things that I can get a snippet of who you are.
Oh, I think 3 high level things. I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
I'm Tiona Nicholas. I'm an HR manager at Clapper. Here's some 3 high level things.
I graduated here. You know, I was maybe a student org leader, and then it's like, zip it up.
Thank you so much for taking the time today. I'm really excited to be interviewing with you today.
Yeah. Pass the ball right back to them.
Pass the ball right back to them.
Yeah.
And let them ask the first question.
Yeah. Love that.
Yep. Yeah, I'd say those are two of my biggest tips.
Okay, what is your biggest pet peeve in an interview? When interviewing, what should they stay away from?
Oh, Lacey, I think you're gonna laugh.
I will.
But it's when someone shows up looking like they're going to the club.
Oh, God.
I can't. And you know what? It's even virtual. I can tell. Yeah. Why are you in spaghetti straps, and why can I see your bra?
Yeah, they show too much.
They show too much. I don't want to see it. But I've also done in-person interviews where we look like we're going to the club.
Yeah.
And we're not going to the club. We're interviewing for a job. I am all for personal style. I love style. I love fashion. And I want you to show up as yourself, but there's a difference between expressing yourself and not reading the room. First impressions matter, and your appearance is part of how you communicate professionalism. Right?
Absolutely. So
I'm not saying that everyone needs to be wearing a suit and a tie. I mean, I'm in jeans right now, Yeah. I'm actually okay with people wearing jeans to an interview.
Yeah. You can dress it up, though. There is a way to make it look very professional.
Absolutely. I think jeans and a nice blouse. I think jeans and like a button up for a male.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Yeah.
I think intention goes a long way. I don't need flip-flops. No flip-flops, please.
Yeah.
No flip-flops.
Sweatpants.
Oh, no. Oh, no, no, no. Nope.
No, but putting yourself together, putting effort into your appearance really goes a long way, shows the effort, shows the initiative. So it makes a difference. It does.
Yeah. And I have seen it too many times.
Yeah.
And I don't, yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah. I was
it's
like,
not always easy to say the hard stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so our last question is, what are your top 3 success tips for students going into, I'm assuming just the tech industry, but specifically startups, or even mid-sized level companies, whatever you want to suggest there. What are some top 3 successes?
Yeah, so I think that these 3 really could be anywhere, but they do definitely apply to startups. First and foremost, take initiative. Take initiative. Startups move fast. I've said it. I think I've said it like 4 times already. But if you haven't worked in a startup yet, you get a job at a startup, get ready.
Yeah.
There's rarely a perfect roadmap. So get ready to pivot. The people who thrive are the ones who see a gap and they fill it. Don't be afraid to bring your ideas to life. Don't be afraid to bring your idea to the table. Don't be afraid to bring a new idea to the table. Just don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to speak up. The times that I have started a role and spoken up, that's when my manager or managers have said, we've hired the right one.
Right.
Yep. Get noticed. And don't get noticed for the wrong reasons, right? Like, we're not bringing attitude to the table.
Right.
But, hey, like,
you definitely want to bring ideas, for sure.
Bring ideas, or, hey, I was going through new hire orientation, the process and procedure, and I noticed this process was outdated.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that. Like, how can I fix it? Or I've even, because I'm in HR, I've been here for a month and someone has come to me, hey, Tiona, I believe you're the right person now. I have a question about X, Y, and Z. Instead of going straight to my manager, I'm already trying to answer these questions. This is my job now.
Right.
So
taking ownership. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So taking that initiative.
That's great.
2, and this is, if anyone goes to my LinkedIn, you'll see this in my bio. But if you're the smartest in the room, you are in the wrong room. I feel so passionate about this. We should always be learning, continuing to grow. And of course, stay adaptable. But there's that expression, like, you are who you surround yourself with.
Yeah.
It's so true. Growth happens when you're curious, enough to learn from others. Stay flexible.
Yeah.
Surround yourself with growth-minded people, find mentors, read books, newsletters, join podcasts, communities, conferences, webinars, whatever growth looks like to you, right? If you don't like to read, do something else. I'm not telling everyone to go read a book, because I know not everyone's a reader. Yeah. And that's okay. Whatever growth means to you, whatever learning means to you.
Yeah.
Right?
But absorb some sort of knowledge, right?
Yeah. If you feel like you've hit the ceiling and you've learned it all, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then this last one I feel so passionately about, but build genuine relationships. I'm so big on networking, and networking is not adding people on LinkedIn. I'm talking real connections, having real conversations, following up, being curious about people's stories, active listening. Some of the best opportunities of my career have come from these genuine relationships. not from formal applications, not from because I added so-and-so on LinkedIn. I want people to really think about when you've added someone on LinkedIn and you're like, oh, we have mutual connections. And then you look at those connections and you're like, I don't know who any of those people are. Because you've just added them on LinkedIn. You don't actually know who those people are.
Right.
Make genuine connections. Follow up with them. Hey, thinking of you. Hey, I saw this and I was thinking of you. Go to networking events. Have a good time.
Yeah.
People remember how you make them feel and the energy that you bring to the room.
Right. Great advice. Really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
You're awesome, Tiona.
I loved this so much.
I think that passion and that energy, you can really tell, and it does just kind of, draw people in and realize like, yeah, there's a human connection here, whether you're in tech or not. There's a team that you're going to be working with. There's customers that you are trying to help. This is really the big picture, and the more you think about the human element is going to be key to connection and growth, and so really, really good advice.
Good.
I am done with all of my questions. I thank you so much for your time today, and have a great rest of your day.
You too. I cannot thank you enough for having me, truly.
Yes. All right. Talk to you later.
Bye.